What is up, YouTube? ZukiM1 here, and I am back with a brand new YouTube video. Today we are going to be taking a look at our weekly brawlhalla power ranking video. So basically the guys to beat in the weekly brawlhalla tournament, which is happening today if you guys are watching this on Friday. Here is our most recent comment. It is from King Hexagon, stating that Greatsword is in a league of its own. This is referring to the most recent video I uploaded, which is the tier list that I created. It was highly requested, so this is my own personal tier list, something that I personally crafted, and how I feel about the current state of the game. If you guys are interested in checking it out, make sure you guys check the little iCard right up here. I'll make sure to leave a little link. And yeah, that's about it, guys. That I don't have anything else other than make sure to sign up for the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament if you haven't already. There is cash prizes involved, guys. $50 cash prize for first place, $25 cash prize for second place, and $10 for third place. A nice way to go ahead and go buy yourself a Christmas gift if you haven't already. Alrighty, guys, so let's get on to the video. Alright, so moving right along into the video, here is my power ranking for the weekly brawlhalla tournaments. You guys can see the entire list right now. So if you're watching the duration of the video, thank you already, but here's the list in case you guys are curious. I'll go into detail as to why people are placed where they are right now. So Pancakes, our most highest rated player in the weekly brawlhalla tournament. Why? Pancakes has had the highest results out of everybody from January all the way up until now. Well, not January, July, which was the last time I uploaded the video. Pancakes has consistently maintained either first, second, or third place within these weekly brawlhalla tournaments. A lot of them ending with him being in first place. He has just completely dominated these weekly brawlhalla tournaments and has pretty much been able to stop anybody that is a big threat in these tournaments. One of the biggest accomplishments was him defeating Phil to win the weekly brawlhalla tournament in one of the weeks that we had one. So Pancakes definitely the guy to beat, the #1 seeded player in our weekly brawlhalla tournaments based on results, and simply just based on the people he's defeated in these tournaments. Moving right along though, we are going into #2, which is Gravity Being, aka Passive. Passive has been a tremendous force in these tournaments and has defeated even greater forces than Pancakes himself. The only problem is that Gravity Being has recently had to take a hiatus from the game due to the fact that he did not have any internet, so he wasn't able to participate in any tournaments. But on his way back, his first tournament back into the weekly brawlhalla scene, he wins first place. So that just shows you just how strong he is and how he has not missed a beat. So Gravity Being, arguably a little bit stronger than Pancakes in a lot of people's books, but he hasn't had as many tournament results as Pancakes, which is why he is #2. Moving right along though, we have Gigi Laser. Gigi Laser has been a constant force within these tournaments, either getting third or second place. Hasn't gotten that first place as of recently in quite some time. Has only gotten first place only 3 times. But why is he up here over the likes of Weiss? Again, it's just about the amount of consistency. He has been in these tournaments far more frequently than all the rest of the competitors here, but haven't quite done as well as first and second place. So that's the reason why he is the 3rd seeded player here. But with that being said, he has become quite the force to be reckoned with, defeating a lot of people along the way and beating even some of the big powerhouses coming in, people who have 2,600 elos he's defeated in these weekly Brawlhalla tournaments. So he is definitely not someone to scuff at. If you guys underestimate him, you will be surely sorry. But moving right along, we're going to go into Weiss. Originally seated around the 8th seat, has moved all the way up to 4th place. He is somebody who has proven himself to be the threat, right? Originally, we questioned if whether or not he should have made the list because of the fact that most of the tournaments that he won against people who were not as highly ranked as he is. But here he is defeating people who are in diamond and higher, even so much as to 3-stock the person that he had won in one of the weekly Brawlhalla tournaments in the finals. He 3-stocked the individual and secured his win. So definitely somebody to be worried about. The only reason why he is not placed higher, again, is due to the low amount of entries in the tournament. If he entered just slightly more, he probably would be somewhere around 2 or 3. But as it is right now, the couple tournaments that he has entered has been highly revered. He has gotten 1st, 2nd, or 3rd in quite a bit of the tournaments that he's entered, so which is why he is seated at number 4. Now, moving right along, we got Faded. Faded is one of the newcomers to the tournaments, has been coming as of recently, and has participated in a number of tournaments. I want to say at least about 4, and out of those 4, he's gotten 2 first places, 1 second place, and then recently he got defeated and got placed in 3rd place, losing to Pancakes for Pancakes to move on and win the tournament. No, sorry. He lost to Pancakes, but Pancakes lost to Gravity Beam or Passive. So what can I say about Faded? Faded is a great sword player, has been using it very proficiently, won his first 2 tournaments with it. The 3rd tournament he lost, trying to do something different just so people won't complain. The 4th tournament he didn't use great sword at all, and he kind of struggled in the brackets, but eventually getting defeated by Pancakes. Not sure if he plans on continuing to use Greatsword at some point in time in the future, or if he's going to give up on the weapon entirely. But regardless, he has had some really high marks from the first times that he's entered this tournament, so that's only showing you just how powerful he really is, and somebody to definitely be on the lookout for in the upcoming tournaments and things of that nature. Definitely a very strong player nonetheless. Alright, so looking at number 6, we got Edgy Spaghetti, aka not Mr. Depressed. You guys know him, you love him, you've seen him in both Twitch and YouTube chats. He is one of the most active members of my community and things of that nature. As of recently, he has been entering the Brawlhalla tournament and has been actually performing quite well, getting either 3rd or 2nd place within the tournaments that he's entered. He even got he's gotten pretty close to winning the tournament a couple times and things of that nature, but a lot of times he do still not fully invest himself into the game, which I think is holding him back from being able to win one of those tournaments. Probably not one of his biggest interests at the moment and things of that nature, and you can clearly see it in the way that he plays the game sometimes. But regardless, when he does want to give some effort, he has placed pretty high, and that's why he's put at number 6. He's a bit of a wild card. You're not sure if he's gonna ever actually really try in one of these tournaments, but when he does, he actually plays pretty solidly. But moving on to number 7, we have Anime Kame. He is an Xbox player, very strong. You guys know him as the mod killer or master of donkeys. For those of you guys who have been around the channel for quite some time, you guys know who Mod is. Mod is one of the most sickest fucking scythe players we've had on this channel in quite some time. He hasn't participated in a weekly tournament in months, so we can't really add him to our information right now. but he is known as the mod killer, right? Unfortunately, Anime Kame hasn't entered a tournament in quite some time. He's only entered like maybe like a couple of them, and the ones that he did enter, he got like 3rd or 2nd place. So with that being said, he wouldn't have gotten placed too high, just only based off the amount of entries he's entered, which is a little unfortunate because he is probably one of the nastiest fucking guitar players we have on the stream, honestly speaking. It's a lot of fun watching him play, so it's a little disappointing not to see him perform more. Hopefully we do see more of him in the future. He is a very exciting player to watch. That's all I gotta say. But moving right along, we got Shadow OQ12. First tournament entry, he won the whole damn thing. Very, very, very strong performance from his part. Pretty much did not drop a single game. Not pretty much. He did not drop a single game throughout his entire tournament run. Just simply winning every single game that he had. It was impressive. He just did not allow his opponents to breathe. He had unbelievable amount of pressure on his opponents and just applied it at every single chance he got till he won the whole tournament. He's that good. He's also another Xbox player. The only problem is he's only entered in 1 tournament. But even with that 1 tournament entry, he's definitely shown a lot of paralysis, beating a lot of high ranking players on our weekly brawlhalla tournaments. From Gravity Beam to Pancakes to Weiss, he defeated a whole gauntlet of people. He had the difficult side of the bracket and he ran right through all of them, which is why he's placed at number 8. Quite the force to be reckoned with. Please, 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 please let me see some more Shadow in the future. But if not, you know, I wish him the best of luck. He does play in professional brawlhalla tournaments if you guys want to check him out. He is around, I think, 2700 elo. He plays Jiro, so he plays one of the worst characters in the game, which is astonishing, right? Playing Jiro, maining Jiro. I think he's like level 76 with the guy. It's incredible. But yeah, that is Shadow. Moving right along, we got our boy Eat Guns. If you guys remember, Eat Guns is known to be the wild card, also be the upsetter, one of the biggest upsetters that we have in the tournament, winning a lot of matches that a lot of people thought was cookbook for him, to be honest. But E Guns has been in the hyperbolic time chamber, training, practicing, getting him improving dramatically every single week. Now he's like a really scary force. Honestly, this is a wild guess, right? But I think that you know, E Guns could definitely go way higher in these tournaments. Honestly, I think he could even possibly go pro if he just figures out the missing formula to his game plan. He's just missing something that helps piece it together to help him get to where he needs to get. But as it is right now, he still kind of struggles against certain matchups and certain types of playstyles, and he tends to lose because of that, which is really unfortunate because he's just such a solid player. But due to the lack of entries and the results of those entries, he's placed at number 9. So last person on the power ranking, we have Grog Gang Grog, which is a long-time tournament player, as you guys already know, one of the most improved players that we had on our streams. He has been recently creating content of his own, hosting tournaments of his own, so it's completely understandable as to why he hasn't been able to enter these tournaments as of recently. He has entered tournaments here and there and things of that nature, but they're few and far between for the most part. So that's why he's placed at number 10. His tournament entries is just very low. And the tournaments that he did enter, he didn't get higher than like 2nd place for the most part. So that's why he's at number 10. So moving into the honorable mentions, we're just gonna speed right through them. We got Street Fighter 5 Pro Slash, aka Darkstorm. He hasn't been performing that well, honestly. No offense to him, he just hasn't been able to perform at that level that we gotten to know Street Fighter 5, aka Darkstorm, at. It's a little disappointing to see because he is quite quite the player, but he hasn't been able to tap into that inner beast mode that he normally is known for, that upsets that he gets and things of that nature. Hopefully we see him do some more crazy stuff in the future, but as it is right now, he just hasn't really been performing, losing out in pools, and just haven't been able to make it out of pools in quite some time now. So hopefully he can show us that he still got the juice and that he is still a force to be reckoned with. Mog 12. I don't actually know this guy. He came to one of my tournaments one time and he won the whole damn thing. Now you may be wondering, well, why did Shadow OQ12 get placed on the power ranking, but Mog didn't? Mog didn't get placed because he literally only has one tournament entry, and the tournament entry that he did have, he didn't have too many people to worry about, so it was less people that he had to beat. But if I was to place Mog on this thing, he would probably be number 10, but Grog just has more entries to him, so because he has more entries, obviously you're gonna get placed higher. So it is what it is. Hybrid Gaming 18. Hybrid Gaming 18 has done quite a bit of work since the time that he has been here. He's been improving slowly over the course of the tournament entries and things of that nature, getting as close as to get into the semifinals, but haven't quite crossed that threshold. Still struggling against in certain matchups as well. Kind of similar to Eat Guns, where he's a very strong player but hasn't quite figured out something about his game plan to help him elevate his gaming to the next level, to help him defeat those things that he's been struggling with. So Hybrid, very strong player, very solid player, definitely can go far in these tournaments if they just figure out something about their game strategy to help them get to that next level for themselves. So 6, another first time entry player, got I want to say like third, or no, it was second, or yeah, it was second place. They I don't really know them, so hopefully we see them again, but they did pretty good the time that they did enter. They had some pretty difficult matchups, which is why they made to the honorable mentions. I just hope to see more players participate in these weekly tournaments. They're a lot of fun to host and a lot of fun to have, and I always love seeing what people have to bring. So hopefully we get to see more of these players that we have in honorable mention as well. Next we got King Saber, aka just Saber, or Goated, or whatever the hell he wants to go by these days. You guys, if you're an OG of the channel, you guys know exactly who this guy is. He's been around for quite some time. If you don't know exactly, he's been around since I had like 150 subscribers, and I'm at like 2016K, right? So he is he's definitely well known within the community. Yeah, but he just haven't really participated in these tournaments as of recently. It's a little disappointing, to be honest, but it is what it is. People just sometimes lose interest in the game and doesn't make time to be able to play, which unfortunately does happen. But hopefully we can see more of him in the future. He is probably one of he is actually the guy who taught me how to play the game. So yeah, I have a personal bias. I would like to see him play a little bit more, but he did make the honorable mentions list. Hyper Shadik 11, probably a pick for most improved as well. Not exactly the most improved because he still struggles in certain areas of his gameplay, but as it is right now, definitely has been placing pretty highly in these tournaments as of recently, which is a lot better than where they started like in the beginning of showing up in my tournaments, never really ever actually making it out of pools. So seeing them getting into finals, semifinals quite frequently now is really humbling to see. It's really cool, and I hope to see more from Hyper. Really cool guy, and in case you guys didn't know, is one of the sponsors of the channel. Has been a sponsor for quite some time now too, so you know, shout outs to my boy Hyper. He's the real one. Oh yeah, and a quick shout out to all of the sponsors of the channel. That will be Nero, Hypershatic 11, Demolition Man 1, Kimmy the Doll, and Melvin Gray. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring the channel. You guys are amazing. That's for you guys. The Real Dude 159, I think he entered like maybe one tournament in the last 6 months or something like that. It's a little sad to see, because he was raw as hell with his Ragnar, but he just stopped showing up. It happens. But you know, he made it to the honorable list just because of how strong he was before, but he's definitely missed. I miss you, dude. Yeah, I wish I could see more of your gameplay. King Hexagon, definitely still an active member of the tournament scenes and stuff like that, but hasn't really been able to make it as of recently. He enters here and there, but you know, he's definitely somebody to be on the lookout for. Almost won an entire tournament by random, by the way. First player to do that. Almost won a whole tournament by playing random. So definitely a really strong player. Has consistently been diamond for the last 3 or 4 seasons now. So definitely a really strong player. And somebody to try to, you know, get some sparring matches in. He's a real cool guy. So you guys should check him out if you haven't already. He streams on Twitch. Dubs to Cry entered like maybe 3, maybe 4 tournaments of mine. Pretty solid player, really cool kid. Also has a YouTube channel. You guys should check him out. And then Genoten, she hasn't gone anywhere. She's still on the honorable mention list. I hope she actually makes it out to the power ranking list one of these days. But as it is right now, she hasn't entered in the tournaments in quite some time, so it's a little disappointing, but she's still a threat, so look out for her. And that is everybody for the list. Again, guys, if you guys stayed all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. But that is all I have for you guys today. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And I hope you guys have been taking care of yourself. I know it's been a difficult time for everybody this year, but we're almost at the finish line, guys. We got a vaccine for COVID-19. We might be able to start going back outside again and living our lives as normal again. So just endure it just a little bit more, guys. We're almost there, you know. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. So I hope you guys have a great morning, great evening, great afternoon, and great night. But I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.